Good morning. Today we continue in Matthew 18, looking at probably the heart of the passage, at least is how it's been applied in congregations over years. We'll look at a little bigger chunk today. This, if you were to ask me today, is going to be where the sermon's going to hit on Sunday. So we'll go into more details there. For today, we're just going to look at it, ask a couple of questions, sing a song. So this starts Matthew 18:10. Be careful that you don't look down on one of these little ones. Jesus is still using this little one, and started with children, and so we're still not sure if we're still talking about children or if we're talking about everybody, right? So be careful that you don't look down on one of these little ones. I say to you that their angels in heaven are always looking into the face of my Father who is in heaven. What do you think? If someone had 100 sheep and one of them wandered off, wouldn't he leave the 99 on the hillsides and go in search for the one that wandered off? If he finds it, I assure you that he is happier about having that one sheep than about the 99 who didn't wander off. In the same way, my Father who is in heaven doesn't want to lose one of these little ones. If your brother or sister sins against you, go and correct them when you are alone together. If they listen to you, then you've won over your brother or sister. But if they won't listen, take with you one or two others, so that every word may be established by the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses. That's an Old Testament quote. But if they still won't pay attention, report it to the church. If they won't pay attention even to the church, treat them as you would a Gentile or tax collector. I assure you that whatever you fasten on earth will be fastened in heaven, and whatever you loosen on earth will be loosened in heaven. Again, I assure you that if 2 of you agree on earth about anything you ask, then my Father who is in heaven will do it for you. For where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, I'm there with them. My question about this passage is, what is Jesus saying about our ability as a community to pronounce forgiveness? If we agree to forgive someone, does that mean that they're forgiven? Thought for the day. The song today that I'm singing is associated, I think, with this, because it's about community gathering together to pray, and the Holy Spirit's response to us. If you believe and I believe, if you believe and I believe, and we together pray, the Holy Spirit must come down and set God's people free, and set God's people free, and set God's people free. The Holy Spirit must come down and set God's people free. If you believe and I believe, and we together pray, the Holy Spirit must come down and set God's people free, and set God's people free, and set God's people free. The Holy Spirit must come down and set God's people free. May it be so. Amen.